Have you ever wanted a daily guide to help you go vegan? Do you want structured, practical information about making the transition? Are you already vegan and you want to be able to help guide others? Do you like beautifully made books with pretty pictures in them? Well, this interview with vegan activist, author, speaker, and joyful vegan Colleen Patrick-Goudreau is going to be right up your alley. Plus, you get a chance of winning one of 2 free copies of her new book. Stay tuned. Hi, it's Emily from Bite Size Vegan, and welcome to another Vegan Nugget. Today I'm honored to bring you an interview with Colleen Patrick-Goudreau, who is a powerful and compassionate voice for the animals. She is the author of 7 books, including the new 30-Day Vegan Challenge, a gifted speaker, podcaster, and, more recently, YouTuber. For those just beginning their vegan journey, or even old hats like me, Colleen has a way of making veganism incredibly approachable. I hope you enjoy the interview, and stay tuned to the end for details on how to get your own free copy of Colleen's new book. Colleen, I wanted to thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to be here and to talk to my viewers about, your new book that's come out and about being vegan.
Thanks, Emily. It's great to be here.
So we can start off your book, The 30-Day Vegan Challenge. It's designed basically to lead people from 0 to vegan in 30 days. And for someone coming from a background that's very entrenched in animal products with no familiarity with vegan food or the thought processes, where would you even begin? What is the starting point for what seems like such a drastic life change?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I think the first place people have to start is in being willing and open. That's really the very beginning of it. And that's the trick, right? How do you get someone to be open? How do you get someone to get to that point where they're willing to try something new? And that's ultimately what the challenge is. Part of the 30-Day Vegan Challenge, the challenge is really that we're all creatures of habit. And change is really scary for people. That's the beginning. So once you get someone who's willing to try something new and do something differently than what they were doing before for 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, 60 years. That's the very beginning. So that's why I tell people, I don't care why you're coming to this, what your motivation is, it doesn't matter. Just come and let me then guide you with all of the questions that I know are going to come up, and let me, be the one holding your hand so it doesn't feel so scary. Because I think the biggest problem when people try to make a change like this is that they give things up and they let go of things that are familiar to them, and they don't replace them with anything new. And so what happens is at the end of whatever time period, it could be 3 weeks for people, it could be 30 days for people, it could be, a year for someone who's made a change. If they didn't replace the old with something new, they're going to go right back to where they were before. So this is about creating a new foundation so you can stand on firm ground once you're finished with that transition process.
So there's a reason behind the book being a 30-day process. Can you speak just briefly to why 30 days?
Yeah, so again, some people look at this title and they think, well, why should someone be vegan for 30 days? Why not a lifetime? It's not about saying be vegan only for 30 days. It's about saying during the transition process, there are things you're going to want to learn. There's new skills you're going to want to try. There's new foods you're going to want to try. It's about the transition process. So any behavioral expert will tell you that it takes 3 weeks, 4 weeks to change a habit. Really, that's the tops. And I like 30 days specifically. I didn't do 3 weeks because I just like 30 days. It's round, it's perfect. And in that time, it's all about changing your thinking and changing your behavior. And so, like I said, by the end of the 30 days, you have new behaviors and new skills. So that's the principle behind the 30-Day Vegan Challenge is I have used this analogy now, and it's kind of working for me because it's like the Karate Kid, right? When he was waxing on and waxing off and all those things that he was learning, and he's like, why am I painting all of your fences, and why am I washing your cars? This is ridiculous. And then all of a sudden he was, tasked to use those skills that he was learning without realizing he was learning them. And that's kind of what happens at the end of 30 days. You go, oh my gosh, I'm thinking about things differently. I'm making different choices because I have new muscles now that I didn't have before. And that's the whole principle behind the 30 days.
With the change to veganism, would you say that a mental shift has to occur along with a dietary one? And is one more important than the other, or do they just work in concert?
That's a great question. Actually, I don't know if you've seen this, but in the book, throughout the book, it's in every chapter, there are boxes that I kind of pull quotes that come out of the main text that says, challenge your thinking, change your behavior. And it really is about thought modification. It's not just behavior modification. I do believe that they go hand in hand. I think when we change our thinking, our behavior naturally changes. And when we're changing our behavior, like I said, in terms of new muscles, it's changing, the way we think, the kind of the chemistry and the synapses in our brain. I do think that they go hand in hand, but it's really about thinking about things differently. And I think a lot of this really starts in our minds. So much of it starts in our minds, because I really believe that people can learn some new recipes. Those are skills that anybody can learn. That's pretty easy behavior that then becomes rote and it becomes part of your routine. But it's really all of the old thinking and misconceptions and myths that we've been told for so many decades, from so many generations back, that has to be changed. And I think when you have that shift, I think that makes the difference. And I think it means the difference between staying vegan or not.
All right, so your book is all about, a vegan challenge, a challenge about being vegan. And a lot of my viewers, and I'm sure a lot of your followers as well, are already vegan. So is this book something that they can still benefit from, and how exactly would that be?
Yeah, I was just recording my podcast, and I was just talking about this. I could change the title of this and call this the ultimate guide to living a joyful vegan life, right? So for anybody who's already vegan. And then I could just change it so it's not day 1, day 2, day 3, just chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3. And it would be the ultimate resource guide for vegans. So absolutely, because the questions we're asked are all the questions that are covered in this book. So it's a great resource guide for people all of us who are asked the questions about eating out and the nutrients, the single nutrient questions we get, the social aspects, everything we get is covered in here. And of course there's new recipes, and there's beautiful recipes, and it's a gorgeous book. So for all those resources and the recipes, it really is a book that's meant for vegans, as well as for vegans.
So Colleen has been kind enough to offer 2 free copies of her ebook, The 30-Day Vegan Challenge, to you Bite Size Vegan viewers watching this video. So the information for that giveaway is in the video description below about how you can enter to win. And I'll be announcing the winner next Thursday on my Facebook page, and it'll also go out across social media, but just stay tuned for that. So Colleen, I just wanted to thank you so much for your time, and would you please tell my viewers where they can find you?
Sure, they can go to my website, joyfulvegan.com, and they can order anything, any of my books from there, and check out the podcast. If they want the book right now, it's definitely available on Amazon and on Barnes & Noble, specifically for the Nook. But yeah, joyfulvegan.com.
All right, thank you so much for your time.
Thanks, Emily. Thanks for what you do.
I hope you enjoyed this interview with Colleen. Be sure to enter for a chance to win a free copy of her ebook and get started on your vegan journey, or perhaps help someone else with theirs. The details are in the link in the video description below. Now, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. If you're already vegan, what challenges did you have to face with going vegan? If you're not vegan yet, what concerns you the most about making the switch? Did you find the mental component or the dietary component the most challenging? Let me know in the comments. Give the video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed hearing Colleen's guidance, and please share it around to spread the message. If you're new here, be sure to hit that big red subscribe button down there for more awesome vegan content every Monday and Wednesday, and some Fridays. I would love to have you as a subscriber. Now go live vegan, enter to win your free ebook, and I'll see you soon.